Universal's new park, Epic Universe, is a thing. Let's talk about it. The park is epic, pun intended, but also it's pretty awesome. Portals are spectacular. I'm a huge fan of these portals. They are magnificent. They're so cool to walk through. You walk through and you have traveled through space-time into that land, into that world. I can't say enough epic or amazing things about the portals. The main entrance portal, something that's so nice about it, other than the design, is walking into the park. Security and ticket scans happen before you get to the gate, so you can actually stop, take a picture, enjoy the gate itself, and then walk in. I think that was a fantastic idea. All the gates are wonderful at night. The whole park is wonderful at night, the way everything lights up. But the main gate is absolute icon of the park. That's the thing that's going to be on merch and t-shirts and everything else. I think my favorite gate, other than the main entrance, is Mario Portal. Going into the tube, up into the land, it's awesome. Such perfect theming, such a good time. The lighting and everything else is really wonderful. Monsters Universe Portal might be my third favorite. Probably one of the coolest gates out of any of them, just because of its theming. It's just a really cool design. It's got rocks all over it, like the portal is piercing through the stone to get to this world. The portal icon is this swirling purple magic storm with lightning in it. And then on top of the portal, they have a lightning rod because Victoria Frankenstein is taking power from the portal to power experiments. Such a cool design, such a cool look. Wizarding World Harry Potter Ministry of Magic. It's a really neat portal. It's got a lot of cool designs on it if you check it out. It's got wands and things like that. Finally, Isle of Berk portal. It's pretty cool. It's got more of a mechanical style to go with elements of the land, almost like Pickup built it himself. On the icon, it's an orange ball, and then it's got a mechanical toothless flying around it. It's very kind of clockworky, which also goes really well with some of the other Jules Verne aesthetics in Celestial Park. So all the portals have a celestial ring when you walk through. It's like an LED wall, but it's a semicircle that goes around the portal that you get to walk under. Each land has their own color. Mario is green, Monsters is purple, Wizarding World is blue, Isle of Berk is kind of a fiery orange red, and they're all beautiful during the day and even better at night. At Celestial Park, the first main area that you go into when entering it is very chill, which works really well because the lands are all really condensed and distilled of what they're trying to create, which is extremely efficient, extremely atmospheric themed lands. The lands go Super Nintendo, which has Mario and Donkey Kong, Monsters Universe, which is Darkmoor, the Wizarding World of Harry Potter, Ministry of Magic, and the Isles of Berk. Starting with Super Nintendo Land, with the Mario area itself, the vibe is rainbows, sunshine, and smiles. It is so cute. The attractions you'll find in there are Mario Kart Bowser's Challenge. It's just a video game. It's a video game ride, and I love that. Donkey Kong Minecart Madness, as well as Bowser Jr. in a game-style experience. Throughout the land, there's lots of blocks to punch and little mini games to play to get coins and keys. And when you collect enough, then you go battle Bowser Jr. And it's a pretty awesome little experience. They also have Yoshi's, which is great for the little ones. Or if you're just a fan of the games, there's lots of great little things on that one. Darkmoor is kind of a medieval village set in its own universe. In Dark Universe, you have two attractions. The Curse of the Werewolf, which is a small, big coaster that spins. And Monsters Unchained, the Frankenstein experiment, which is definitely the e-ticket attraction in Darkmoor. The Wizarding World of Harry Potter, Ministry of Magic, or WWHPMM, is from the second Fantastic Beasts movie, the French area. In WWHPMM has Harry Potter and the Battle for the Ministry, and Le Cirque Arcanos, which is a live stage show. In How to Train Your Dragon, Isle of Berk, you have a lot going on there. A couple of rides. There's Dragon Racers Rally, Fire Drill, and another favorite of mine, Hiccup's Wing Glider. It's basically like a Slinky Dog but longer, really fantastic. As well as another stage show, Untrainable Dragon, and a kids play area, the Viking Training Camp. The land is also littered with dragons. They are everywhere, so keep an eye out for them. And then Celestial Park itself, the central hub, with its carousel, its roller coaster, pubs, eateries, snacky places, and shopping. And an epic amount of space for more. The Helios is an amazing backdrop, and I can't wait to see some of the views from those rooms. I know some people have already been posting them. I know there's some really awesome stuff inside of the hotel to see. I haven't gotten a chance to go inside the hotel. The closest I've come is working a commercial on the pool deck, which was cool, but I'm really excited to go inside and really check out what's going on in there. Entertainment. All of the lands have meet and greet characters. Super Nintendo, of course, has Mario and Luigi. I've also been hearing word of Peach, Yoshi, and Donkey Kong, which I'm very excited for. Darkmoor has Frankenstein, the Bride of Frankenstein, the Invisible Man, and Igor, as well as some wandering characters. We've got the violinist or the fiddler, and a few monster hunters that'll show up in the tavern as well to tell stories. In the Wizarding World of Harry Potter, there are a few students from the different schools, and in the Isle of Berk, you have a lot of the main crew. Hiccup, Astrid, Rough Nut and Tough Nut, Gobbler's there too, and some other new fun Vikings to meet and greet, as well as Toothless with Hiccup and Stormfly walking around with Astrid. Celestial Park needs a lot more. It needs a lot more characters. It needs some shows. I need a stage show. I need to walk by and just want to sit down and watch something other than water. The water is really cool. It's cute. It's not something I'm gonna go, oh my gosh, I have to go see the water show. But I'm glad it's there because it does add something. They have these 3 great infinity pools and they're gorgeous, but I need some more in that Celestial Park, and there's plenty of room to grow. I could absolutely see them doing like Epcot, where you have all the little festival tents, you go up and grab food, but something more than just a seasonal pop-up show like that would be wonderful. A good stage show. They did have characters. I heard that they cut a few of them down, so hopefully they'll bring them back, maybe add a few more, something different. Let's talk about the shows. The shows, definitely see them once. See how you like them. The first show in the Wizarding World of Harry Potter is the Le Cirque des Arcanis. The Cirque show is very Halloween Horror Nights. It's a dark circus. It's got a lot of magical creatures with some really neat effects. And in the Isle of Berk, we have the Untrainable Dragon, which is set inside the hatchery of the Isle. Both shows have some amazing puppets, some amazing animatronics, and some great costumes as well. All right, critique section. A few other nitpicks that I found. I am not a fan of the flat lot. Universal is pretty much the only theme park I've seen with a garage, and it's great. It's a little far of a walk, but what parking lot isn't? This is a big flat lot, and so far as I can tell, there's no tram that'll be going around. It's not a terrible walk, but the heat isn't great. The Stardust Racers, I'm not the biggest fan of coasters. I do enjoy them, but I prefer a coaster that moves around a lot more. This one just kind of goes up and down a lot with a couple of turns. It looks great, it's just not as fun to ride for me. Motion sickness. Mario I was good on, so I'm not sure if augmented reality will affect anyone that has issues with screens. Myself and my sister are the same way with that. Monsters Unchained, I got dizzy on the second time. It threw us a few times. Funny thing is, when I went to Wolfman directly after, I lost my queasiness being on Wolfman, which is a spinning roller coaster. I don't understand how that works, but it's a very smooth ride, so maybe that was it. I'm not the biggest fan of either of the stage shows, which is really disheartening because I'm a big fan of stage shows and I'm a big fan, in particular, of How to Train Your Dragon. So the rest of the land being absolutely amazing. The worst thing I can say about it is the show isn't that great unless you're 3 to 8 years old. The stage shows have some really neat effects, some really great costumes, some excellent creatures, but overall, I'm not going to be going back to see the shows, which is really just a bummer. Donkey Kong is a little short, but it's pretty neat. Yoshi's is horribly slow. It's cute, but it needs to go faster. It also needs more comfortable seats for everyone. The Wolfman is fun, and as I said, I'm not a huge ride person. I do like them as far as big roller coasters or things of that nature. So I did really enjoy it, but the theming is pretty lackluster considering how amazing the rest of the park is. The Hiccup Wing Glider ride, the queue is pretty boring. It's just kind of a wrapping queue. The best thing about the queue is when you first walk in, there's a little hut that you walk through that has all these great little things from the movies. I wish the whole queue was at least more similar to that, because that was a wonderful little spot. I definitely would have enjoyed that a lot more if it was spread out throughout the entire queue. As far as food and drinks, if you like to drink, there's a lot to drink. There are bars and taverns everywhere. I would say there's more bars and taverns than there are food. Food options, they're pretty weird or eccentric, which kind of goes with the vibe of the park itself. Personally, I only found one thing that I really enjoyed, which was the sandwich inside the Wizarding World French Cafe. I didn't get a chance to try much else, but that one was the only thing I'll be going to eat when I go to the park again. Most of the dining experiences in Epic Universe are quick service, with 2 full sit-downs coming soon. One being the Blue Dragon, Pan-Asian, and the other being the Atlantic. Inside of Super Nintendo Land, they also have the Toadstool Cafe, as well as in Darkmoor, they have the Steakhouse. In Wizarding World, they have the French Cafe, and in Berk, they have another cafeteria-style mead hall. Merchandising options. I didn't love the merchandising options pretty much overall throughout the whole park. A lot of things were really basic. T-shirts, hats, all kind of the same stuff with different characters. A few things here and there were pretty cool. Some of the merchandise in the Monsters, Darkmoor, I liked some of that stuff. Some of the clothing options. Headbands in Super Nintendo Land were pretty cute. Not personally for me, but I did enjoy those. Isles of Berk, I've been hearing that people have been going to get their dragon eggs and then going up to Rough Nut and Tough Nut and asking them to name them when they hatch. I think that's super cute. That's such a great immersive experience that just popped up naturally within the park. Now time for some ratings. My ratings for this park, as far as the lands go, Super Nintendo Land, that's a pretty solid 10. Darkmoor I'm gonna have to give a 9. It is, if you like horror, or you like the macabre, the supernatural, the universal monsters, you're gonna love that land. You're gonna walk in, you're gonna stay there. You're gonna dress up to go in that land and take pictures and have a wonderful time. I have a few cosplay ideas that I would love to go into that land and just take some great pictures of, but I'm gonna have to give it a 9 since there's really only the 2 rides and one of them is lacking. As fun as it is, and as much as I have enjoyed it, even as someone that's not a huge coaster person, it's pretty lacking in the theming, and that's the one thing this park is doing so right, which is the only reason why it stands out so much. Wizarding World of Harry Potter, the Ministry of Magic, I'm gonna give that one an 8.5. There's only the 2 things to do, the show and the ride. I didn't get to experience the ride, so I won't have an ability to really say how good it is. The queue is amazing. The queue is practically a 10 by itself. The show didn't work for me as much. I think it's definitely worth seeing once, see if you like it. Maybe your kids are gonna love it, you'll go watch it over and over again. I think the talent does the best they can with what they have. The land itself is pretty neat. If you're a big Harry Potter fan, you're gonna love it. As a not the biggest Harry Potter fan, it's pretty spectacular to walk in there because everything's a 1-to-1 scale. There are some great interactions with the wands, some pretty amazing magic technological tricks there. So yeah, solid 8.5 for me. Isle of Berk is a 9.5 to 10, pretty solidly. It's got one of my favorite rides. I still have to check out one of the rides. I didn't love the show, unfortunately, but the land itself is amazing. It's beautiful, the music, and it really did everything I needed it to. I cried in it. So 9.5 out of 10, solid. Celestial Park, I'm gonna give Celestial Park an 8.5 to 9. I'm excited for what's to come. I think there's a lot of room to grow. You can tell there's room to grow, not just expanding outside, but just putting things inside of that area. Let's do some ride ratings. Mario Kart, 10 out of 10. All the challenges, the Bowser Jr. challenge, I'm gonna give that one an 8 out of 10. Excellent in idea and the fact that there's so much to do because you don't realize how large it is until you go into the room. And I love how it's so immersive with the land, but it just wasn't amazing. It was super cool, but it wasn't amazing. So definitely I'd say an 8.5 to a 9. Donkey Kong, other than how short it is, I've only gotten to ride it twice. I'd say it's also an 8.5 to 9. It does have a really awesome animatronic, and it's top 3 for me in the entire park. On to Darkmoor, Wolfman, 7.5 to 8 out of 10. Excellent ride, really lacking on the theming. Monsters Unchained, I'll give it an 8 out of 10. I didn't love it through and through, but I think what they were going for and what they did worked. It just didn't work for me. Some of those animatronics are the best animatronics I've seen as far as makeup / costume design, the creature design and execution, and some of their movements were really excellent. But overall, I'm gonna say it's an 8 to 8.5 out of 10. Over to Wizarding World. I don't know about the ride, unfortunately, so question mark out of 10 until the next time I get to go and check it out. And as far as the show, for me, it's like a 6 out of 10. Isles of Berk, the Viking training camp. Seemed cool from the outside. I'm not sure. I'd say from what I saw from the outside, it's a 8 to 9 out of 10. Just because I don't know anything else, I didn't go in. But as someone who's worked in the theme parks and been in charge of the safety of those kind of areas before, I think this one was excellent. A solid 9 out of 10, I'd say. The Dragon Racers Rally, I didn't ride that one either. From the outside, it seemed cool. My friend said it's actually a ton of fun. So question mark out of 10. Hiccup's Wing Gliders, I'm gonna give 10 out of 10. Actually, I'm gonna give a 9.5 out of 10. Because there was one part I didn't care for, but it's very short and the rest of it is absolutely my favorite. So it's more like a 9.9 out of 10, really. It's a fantastic ride. I'm gonna ride it every time I go in the park. I'm gonna enjoy it every time I ride it. I'm gonna enjoy it every time I'm on it. The ending, I won't spoil it, but it is probably my favorite thing in any ride ever. Just keep your ears open and enjoy the ride. The third ride, the fire drill, I'm not a big water ride person. I think the idea is super cute, and there's a great seating area where I'm gonna sit and watch because it looks really neat as it goes by, and just hang out in that land because that's my favorite land. But when I rode it, it left a lot to be desired. I'm gonna give it a 6 out of 10. The Untrainable Dragon show, as neat as it was, and as hard as everyone was working on it and doing their best in the show, it didn't do it for me. I have to give it a 6 out of 10. It was a real letdown personally, just because I am such a fan and I was so excited. Some really great pieces, but the overall, it's not enough. I won't be going back to the show. Toothless meet and greet, I'll give it a 10 out of 10. They are doing great. Toothless and Hiccup, must see. At least walk by and check them out. If not, go meet them. The Toothless puppet is outstanding. The best puppet I've ever seen. They also have the little walking dragons. Can't wait to see those again. I love those. Celestial Park, the carousel, Celestial Carousel. I'm gonna give that one an 8 out of 10. It's a ton of fun. Go ride it, go watch it. It's so cute. It's such a great concept. It's such a great design. I want a little merry-go-round, a little music box, a little lamp with each of the creatures as the lamp post. I think it's fantastic. I take that back. I'm gonna give it a 9 out of 10. Stardust Racers, for me personally, it's practically a 5 out of 10. I'll give it a 6 because a friend of mine gave me his thoughts on it. I see why others might enjoy it, but overall, it was not the choice for me. Park overall, I'd say between a 9 and a 10, probably a 10. If I want to be really generous, 10 plus. If I want to allow those nitpicks to fall in, it's easily a 9, 9.5. Solid, very solid. Must go, must see, must just go hang out. Go hang out in the park. It is so relaxing. It's so nice. I wish it wasn't a paid experience to enter the park because I would just go and sit in the park and hang out. Go people watching, grab a snack. Hopefully they'll add more shows. Final thoughts, go to the park. Go see it, go play, go have fun, enjoy it. It's awesome. It is epic. If you're still watching, thank you so much. Please enjoy these bloopers of me being me. Open Summer 2025. Why is this even on me? Okay, whatever, leave it there now. Le Cirque Arcanus. And Le Cirque Arcanus. Arcanus. The circus arcane in the old circus. L'air de la Safine. Cafe. Okay, nailed that one. No, I'll leave that out.